Hello, hello.
We're back. Come on, get in here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, our beautiful faces are here. We're here. Come on, get in here. All right, we got to make sure I share and tag this with everybody in the world because they need to know that we got the greatest show. Come on, everybody.
Sure do.
Let's go. I'm excited. I'm excited. Make sure I got everybody in here.
Because this is ladies' night. Oh, what a night.
Oh, oh, what a night. This is ladies' night.
That's my jam.
And
That's
I'm feeling right.
oh, what a night. All
There we
right.
go.
Make sure everybody's in here. Man, super excited to have this show today. It is going down. As you can tell, it is ladies' night.
Woo.
Woo, 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 woo,
Let's
woo, woo.
go, let's go.
Let's go. Get in here, everybody. We are excited. It's going down. Yo, before we even start the show, you guys need to know that there is somebody special in the background helping
Yes.
us out today. We got to give it up for our boy Anthony Handy. Let's go. Making sure that we are covered. You may not be able to see his face, but he makes sure that we stay great. And so we appreciate our boy for being with us today. Oh, we got some viewers. We got some viewers. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the show. Welcome to Let's Talk Football. Ladies, take over. Let's go. Look, the greatest woman show ever. Like, look, you got four women that know the game. I am Janae Struther, and the beautiful lady that I have right next to me is.
I'm Kate, the creator of the Ladies Takeover, Elverson, and Jared Goff's #1 fan. And welcome to the Ladies Show, and thank you for tuning in.
Let's go. Let's go. And we got to introduce the person right under Kate.
Woo. Hey, Delilah here. You may recognize me from the round table on Tuesdays with Anthony, Nicole, and Tina. And of course, here with my lovely ladies. Been here since the beginning.
Let's go.
So happy again that Nicole joined us full time.
Yes.
So I'm always excited to be on with the three of you. This makes my night. This makes my month. You know, all my troubles go away, all the stress and everything. So I'm really happy to be here with you ladies. And
Let's go. Let's go. Woo. And last but not least, our favorite, not from America, but where are you from?
Hello, it's your good old Canadian friend here, Nicole Oppenheimer here, who is recently come back from the New Orleans Saints district, and I'm here to represent my team. And yeah, let's talk some football. I am so excited, and I love you, ladies, just as much. And yeah, I'm excited.
Let's go. As you can see, that big old Saints poster right behind her. She is a diehard. She was just at the game, brought them some luck. They got a W. So if you need your team to win, I'm actually making some calls to get her to Dallas right now. So that way she can put some miracles on my team too. But it's so exciting to be with you guys today.
Absolutely.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Guys, we got to kick off the show. As always, we are super excited that you guys decided to join. Hit the like, hit the share button. We want to make sure that you can tell everybody that there's a women's show that knows the game of football. All right, we got to start off with our very first topic. What do we got on the list today?
all right. We have our Thanksgiving game predictions recap because when we were here 2 weeks ago, we had 3 games and we made our predictions, and it's just how did we do?
Whoa, it's like how did we do? How exactly did we do? What was the reports that we had? So, of course, you know, the first game was a very interesting, sad ending, ladies. It was the Delilah, I really do think about you weekly.
Thank you.
I really do. Because the sad part is it's great games. They are good games that
They
you
are.
win every week. And at the very last 20 seconds, it just never fails that the Bears do something to just surprise you.
It's just
I was okay with it.
we're-
Oh, I know you were wearing the shirt right now, rubbing it in. But I mean, they had a chance, ladies. I mean,
Yes.
they had a chance. The Bears were so close, but just a mismanagement of clock time to go down the field like that.
Mhm.
Look good. I mean, just go. You
Yeah.
had an opportunity to beat a team that's been rolling. It shows you how good the Bears are. It's just a flip of the coin of not winning it. I mean, it's literally a flip of the coin. They could be very well be completely opposite. A lot of wins, not a lot of losses. But it just so happens that it's not looking that way. Ladies, what you guys think about the game? Delilah, go ahead and take us off.
Well, I was right. That wasn't gonna be a blowout. Remember? Everybody was like, "It's gonna be a blowout." I said, "No, it's not. It's not gonna be a blowout because it's not the players. The players are very talented and they keep proving it every game." I said, "We're gonna lose because of our coaches," and that's exactly what happened. But I knew it wasn't gonna be a blowout because we were always in these games against all three division rivals that are going to the playoffs. We have been in the game with all three. We were there with Green Bay, we were there with Minnesota, and we were there with Detroit. So I knew that was going to be a blowout. Like that part, I did predict the loss because, again, I didn't have trust in our former coach, and I was right not to. So I think we all predicted that Detroit would win. So I think we all got that one right.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, we did, but we said it was, we said, oh, so close, so close. All right, so moving on to the next game, the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants. With the Giants with the third string, I mean, kept it a game. I mean, I really wasn't disappointed with any of the three games, guys.
No, they were actually good.
They were all good.
They were all really good. Who did we pick on that one, Delilah?
I think we were. No, I don't. I think we all picked the Cowboys, honestly, because we didn't
We
trust
did.
the Giants.
We
Yeah.
did. Yep.
Yeah, because
Some hits.
we didn't trust the Giants.
2-0. We did not trust the Giants. 2-0. And that the last game of the evening,
Yeah.
man.
I think that's where we were split. Although I did pick Green Bay to win, but I think we were split.
I picked Green Bay.
Yeah.
Did I pick Green Bay? I don't remember.
No, I think you and Nicole picked Miami.
Yeah, I
both
think we
picked
picked Miami.
Miami.
Yeah. We thought Miami was going to be able to pull it off, but no, they didn't. They didn't. I mean, but still a good game, ladies. Still a good game.
Yeah. I was
thought it
proud
could've
of
been
the
other way.
Dolphins in the cold tundra, but just proves that Tua does not know how to win in cold games. He
No,
has
he doesn't.
not got a good record.
Weather is
Throwing ice
game.
cubes at them during practice does not work.
No, he
Yeah,
wasn't the one. He wasn't the one who. Remember when Miami went in KC and beat them? He wasn't because he was out right with a concussion.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
It was who won that game with the Dolphins? Because that they did win that game. But I don't remember who was the quarterback. Because I think
I think it was Chad Henne, the backup.
yeah,
No,
like,
Yeah.
Chad Henne.
yeah, it's something like that. But yeah, the backup quarterback was the one that won the game in Kansas City.
Yes, it was. And I can't remember his name. Why can't
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But yeah, Tua doesn't have a very good record in cold weather.
No. Sadly, no, he doesn't. Sorry. But it is what it is. Green Bay, Green Bay is Green Bay. They're just really good. They've been able to make noise when
they have
I
been.
didn't think that they would be able to do it back to back, but they're getting better and better. So shout out to Green Bay. But I probably did pick Miami, and just like an idiot, I lost. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Lions.
Yeah.
The Lions have struck first blood in this game.
Oh, well, yeah, we figured that. We figured that Lions would do that. All right, keep us updated. So it's 7-0?
Yep.
7-0. All right, well, you guys are we got to get right into that, right? The game of tonight.
Hello, Ben.
The game of tonight. So we got the Lions versus the Packers. Very well may be a playoff game. Nicole, what are you thinking Lions versus Packers tonight?
Uh, those cheeseheads, they got a long ways to go. And if they're they got me good last week, let me tell you. We were just talking about the Miami game, and they got me. And I really don't want. It's a love-hate relationship. Literally, love hate him.
Yes.
Because Love is their quarterback, and I'm glad that they're off on their new Jolly Roger ship without Aaron Rodgers. But that they got Love in the air, and those sails are sailing for them, and I don't like it. But I think they've met their maker with the Honolulu Blue, right, Kate?
They met their maker? What's going
Yes.
It's going down for real tonight.
Yes. Woo! I'm trying to get from WWE wrestling, okay? And in the arena, I think Dan Campbell is going to take them on, and unfortunately, I do hope that the Detroit Lions will win. I'm thinking 32-17.
Ooh.
Yes.
Really?
Right.
Got the big pen. I'm writing it down.
That is like the Puerto Rico right there. It's over. It's over. All right, Kate, I kind of know where you're going. I just want to know the score.
Yeah.
Jared Goff. No, of course I'm representing all of Detroit tonight and picking the Honolulu blue and silver. They're in the pretty blueberry uniforms tonight and looking good. They already have scored, and I think it's time to really roar. And I am picking the Detroit Lions and my football boyfriend, now that Tommy's gone, Jared Goff, to take it all this year, and they're going to win, and they're going to beat the Packers, and we're going to be the cheese graters, grating that cheese down to size and making them cry with their wine and cheese, and we're going to win 42-21.
Whoa,
Oh my God.
we're in
I
the
don't know.
40s for Detroit.
Wow.
Whoa. All right, Delilah, the pressure is on. Where are you going?
I'm going to go with Green Bay. Oh,
Okay.
I think that they've been on a roll. I'm glad that they found the right QB. I'm glad that they actually gave Jordan Love a chance. I liked him from like the get-go, and I thought that, in the beginning when they were trying to figure out between him and Aaron, that he just didn't get a fair shot. And so people were like, oh, he's no good. And it's like, you haven't given the guy a shot yet, Like, and I think he's been, their defense is better than what people thought. It's not great, but like they've been doing some noise, and no one has blown them out. That's the whole thing, though. Like they've been in every competition, and so that's the only reason why I just don't think it'll be a blowout. And it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be because it's one of those division rivalry games, and so I'm gonna go with 23-21.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So I guess I got to be the
yes. It's blasphemy, Ben. But you see how I'm
go with Green Bay.
You see how I'm a football analyst first.
Let's go. That's real. That's real, Delilah. A Bears fan going for Green Bay because she knows what's going to happen in the game, and that's what I feel as well. I think that Green Bay is hot right now, man. I also think Detroit is the best team in the NFC. Do not get it twisted. I do think right now Detroit is the best team in the NFC. But there is something about a splash of Green Bay, the way that there's most of these games where I think they're going to lose, they win. And shockingly, I've been really picking against Green Bay. And just this time, I think that if they're going to do it, if they're going to prove that they are considered one of the top teams, I think this is the game to do it. I think that this is the game, even though Kate just clearly told us that Detroit went down and scored. I do think that they do have a chance, and I'm putting it as a close game, ladies. I think it's going to be about 31-27. So I don't know, but as you guys know, you never know on each of these Sundays what's gonna happen. But you heard it from us first. You know who we're picking. Let us know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Already. But John, the question is Lions versus the Packers. What you doing? Where you going? Let us know who you think, guys, in the comment section. All right, we got to move on to the next segment. Delilah, what do we got? The drama! Guys, this show right here is genuine because we're going to really talk about it. We're going to give you the nitty gritty of what we're thinking. We want you guys to chime in because it actually is some drama. Guys, it's only week 5. Only 5 games have been played. But guess what? A coach has been fired. Woo! We gotta kick it off with the drama, and you guys know they're always in this league of the NFL. Yes, my wingman's with me giving the drama. My wingman is gonna let you guys know about the drama as well. We got drama. Now, there are some good rookie quarterbacks that have now been able to come out, shine, splashes of good, splashes of we don't know what's happening, but mostly good. I think that there could be a real conversation about the rookie of the year. We got Bo Nix. Bo Nix, nobody thought that the Denver Broncos would even be having a winning record right now, let alone in the playoffs. So we also got Jaden Daniels, J5, showing out weekly, showing how great he is, dynamic he is with throwing the ball, being mobile. We got him. And now a sleeper is Drake May. Drake May is actually, they may not be winning all their games, but Drake May is showing you that he is the future of the Patriots. So with all of these rookie quarterbacks, ladies, what are we thinking? Are we thinking leaning one way or are we leaning the other? It's kind of up in the air. I've been seeing a lot of people have this conversation about the rookie or who they think is going to be it. All of them are doing fairly well. I know Drake May would probably be considered third, but between Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels, it's a real conversation. What do you think, Kate?
I really loved watching Bo Nix play at Oregon. He's a very tested quarterback. He's a very well composed quarterback, and I'm proud that he's playing so well for Sean Payton, where Russell Wilson and him seemed to have a disconnect when Sean took over that job. So I'm very happy for Bo. I love seeing him thrive in the NFL right now just because I did enjoy watching him at Oregon. Jaden Daniels has been very good with the Commanders. Who would have thought the Commanders with new coaching, with new ownership and everything would be doing
Talk about it
as well as they have in the NFL this year. And they've been battle tested and have done really well. And Jaden has come back from his injury and still playing at a high level. And then, you throw in Drake May with there. I mean, with good coaching, you could possibly throw in Caleb Williams as well at Chicago. So
absolutely.
I think that with time, I hope that they get him a very good coach. I know Bill Belichick's been thrown around as one of the replacements possibly for them. And you saw what he did with Tom Brady. So I think if you get a good coach in Chicago, you will get a good quarterback in Caleb Williams as well. So I'm very excited to see. I knew this draft class was going to be good, and I'm sad that JJ got injured because I think you would be able to throw him in the mix as well because he's a very, very good quarterback too. Yeah, Drake May did an amazing job at North Carolina. Sean, you're exactly right. So I am very excited for these young men. But yeah, I right now would give the edge to Bo Nix. He seems to have like this role going in Denver, and he seems to have proven himself to where Sean Payton's is just singing his praises right now. Jaden has had some tough competition. I was really thinking the game with you guys would be a little closer than it was, the Commanders Cowboys game. So we'll just wait and see. But yeah, I'm very excited. But my edge right now would be for Bo.
Okay. All right, I like it. I like it. All right, Delilah, what do you think? Rookies of the year. We got J5, Bo Nix. We got Caleb. We got Drake May. They're all doing well. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry I even forgot about Caleb Williams. He's doing good. It's
Yeah,
just
but
not getting over the hump.
he's on a losing team. It ain't gonna happen. So
Which is true. But he's in every game. It's kind of like the Joe Burrow situation. They're putting up points. They're doing good. He's good. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah, I feel like if we would have gone 10-6 like people predicted, it would be a different conversation, right? Like, because people forget, like, he is the only quarterback, by the way, that actually scored that many touchdowns against Detroit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, and so, again, I appreciate Thomas coming in there and actually working with him, because it's obvious that he is making corrections, because again, he's a rookie. Like, he's fixing some of those blind spots he's had. He's playing like all of you who watch college have told me that, you know, he was good at, you know, and so, but if we were 10-6 like it was predicted, then yes, I would 100%. But since he's not, I'm not even gonna bother touching that. And so I do think that it's gonna be neck and neck for Jaden and Bo Nix. Yeah, it's gonna be neck and neck. I mean, think about it. No one thought the Broncos were going to be in this position of being.
Come on, talk about it.
Playoff contenders, and they are right now. They're 7. You know, and so
both of them, Washington
and
Denver,
I know, right? But I think Washington had a better predictions coming. You know what I mean? Not like I feel like the predictions for them were higher because of the talent, and they brought in, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
they brought in everybody.
So the predictions for them were a little higher, but still, yes, you're right. And I think that they're both going to be neck and neck. And I think the way they're going to decide is because it's a regular season. Remember, it's not about, remember, people kind of confuse like Super Bowl MVP with regular MVP. I think it's going to come down to both of their records and how they end it. I think that's how a lot of people are going to cast their ballot is how Denver's and Washington's record ends by the time the regular season's over. And I think that's what's going to tip the edge. But they both deserve it. They've both been playing lights out. You know, like whatchamacallit, like Anthony was saying that he's come a long way, which again, I believe you guys who spend a lot of time analyzing college. And so it's exciting though. It's really
I'm not letting you do that, Delilah. I'm not letting you do it. You need to pick one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I think Bo Nix. I'm gonna go with Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix will edge out.
Let's go. All right.
But they both deserve it.
You saw that? Because she what? Delilah's the nice one. She's like, you know, that can't really. They're both really good. We gotta pick one. All right. Since we're on the board for Rookie of the Year, who do we have? Nicole.
Yes. Okay, so I went recently to Vegas, and I went to a club. And before I get into that, I'm just going to say that there was things that I saw that, you know, Drake May, he was third. And then there's Jaden Daniels, and no doubt he was second. And Washington, I think he's going to be really, really great for Washington. He is still super duper great. But there's something that I saw on the dance floor in Las Vegas, and that was everyone jiving to the music. There was the young clubbing kids, and there was these foxy ladies and the older crowd, and we were all just jiving together, and it felt great. And I think with Sean Payton and his wisdom and his wiseness is going to go right into Bo Nix on the dance floor on that field, and they're going to be dancing all the way, and honestly just gearing up. And once you start jiving, you know, you can't stop, and they're going to go all the way. I think this is going to be his new Drew Brees era, and I think it's going to be Bo Nix all the way.
Let's go. Okay. Got
Mhm.
both sixes all around. You know,
Mhm.
something that would make my brother proud. There is something that would make my brother Sean proud. I think I'm going to roll with Jaden Daniels. And here's the reason why. I know Sean is
Flip
probably
it.
jumping for joy, screaming out loud. Janae just said something good about a Washington player. But I think that Jaden Daniels, I mean, his arm is just. I see in Jaden Daniels what I see in like. I'm not putting him up there, but like I see the Tom Brady arm. Like I see that. When you look at Jaden Daniels, now Bo Nix is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Bo Nix. It's just that sometimes Jaden Daniels will throw a ball so effortlessly, 50 yards, and like you're like 40 yards, and you're like, wow, look at that. I get the chills as I get seeing, you know, like the Aaron Rodgers and all the other players that I grew up. I know, Kate, I know. But just growing up watching these certain quarterbacks that just had a style, he gives me that style. I'm really jealous that they have him. I'm gonna have to roll.
Sean, you heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here.
I do think that he has just those moments of very calm, poised. Nothing affects him. If you look at Jaden Daniels on the sideline, it looks like he's not affected. Winning or losing,
That's true. He does.
he's just an even keel kind of guy. You can't really shake him up. He's very confident. And I do like that about Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is very confident too. But it's just something about some of those throws that Jaden Daniels makes in the perfect pocket and the perfect place.
Yeah, he does have,
It's a pretty ball.
agree
It's
with
a
that.
pretty ball,
Yeah.
and I
He's
can't
making
hate on
some
it.
Christmas trees.
I do not give
Whoa.
Washington props, and I know this will be a clip somewhere on Sean's radar.
Yes, it will be.
But I had to do it. I had to do it. All right, we got to move on to the next one. We got some drama because it looks like the Bears have released their coach, and there's conversations that this is going to be Bill Belichick's next home. Delilah, I really wanted to see what you thought about the drama going on in the Bears organization, but adding Bill Belichick off of a shaky ending to his Patriots career, but with the talent that the Bears currently have, what do you think?
I understand why they're looking to him, right? He won 7 Super Bowls. I get it. I understand the importance of talking to a man that won 7 Super Bowls, but he didn't win those by himself. He won those with Tom Brady. I want to remind people that. So my concern is, and I understand, is what he's asking for is, and I'm not saying we shouldn't pay good money for a good coach. That's not what I mean. But I mean, he really is asking for a whole lot. And I know he's in the running, not just there, but like a few other places. I would actually be okay with him in a director's role at the top, to be honest, more than a coach. Because we do need more football-minded people up there. So I would prefer him in like a director role, like of personnel or something. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's a better fit for him because he is good at scouting talent. He is good at actually looking at all the players and picking the right people. That's where we really need help with, is football-minded people.
Absolutely.
I would prefer him in that kind of role, and I hope that makes sense. Like, I would prefer him more like in that director role of making choices of, let's scout and pick this kid. You know what I mean? That to me is where he would help us the most.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at coaches, and I know Kate's gonna get mad at me, but I do like Ben Johnson. But I also agree with Nick. Nick made a good point on Tuesday about Vrabel. He's just Tennessee.
Oh, Vrabel would be good.
Tennessee sucks, and so like, sorry, Tennessee fans. They don't have like the talent that we do. Is what I'm saying. Like they don't. It's like not even close. And so I could see someone like that with offensive mind, right? Maturity, right? Has experience. He's not 100 years old, but he's mature and has been doing it. He's proved that he can win, right? He's proved he can do it to playoffs. And so I am feeling a little better about that. I do think he would be a good fit. And I would like to have an offensive-minded coach already. Like, let's start stop playing with the defensive coordinators. The only one who made that transition really successfully has been Mike Tomlin. Like, that's right now, that's like, he's been lights out moving from defensive coordinator to just demolishing folks. That's one in like how many? And so I do not want anybody like inexperienced anymore. I'm tired of all like
what you think about that, Delilah? What you think about that?
I would be yeah, 100%.
That's who I was thinking.
I would welcome. Great. I would welcome Cliff Kingsbury with open arms. I'm just glad that that finally Eberflus, the experiment is gone. And so I would like to keep Thomas as the offensive coordinator, to be honest, because he has shown that he's got that roll down.
Yep.
Just over a few weeks, made huge adjustments, and we just could see it, right? We can see the development. Absolutely. And so if we can keep it on as offensive coordinator, I'd be down with that. And yeah, we could bring an offensive mind at head coach and someone who's been proven to win games, right? And get those W's and has playoffs experience and things like that. That would make me happy. But I'm just glad that Matt's gone. And again, I don't hate Belichick. I just feel like he'd be wasted as a head coach, and I would prefer him more in like the management part, making those kinds of decisions. So we do need more football people with the McCaskies.
Absolutely. The Eberflus phase is gone. It's gone. Rest in peace. It's gone. All right. Kate, what you think? Should Bill Belichick get that starting position job?
Well, if you guys haven't heard, he already has been asked to interview for the North Carolina football coaching position down in North Carolina for them, since Mac Brown has decided not to come back for the Tar Heels. Yeah. So he might dip himself back into the college realm and might do that. So we'll see what happens with that. I've been watching a lot. They got money.
They got the money.
I've been watching a lot of the coaching moves and the moves that college is making as well as pros. Yeah. And I do know that was just released today that Bill is interviewing down there. So we'll see. But anyway, I think that what the Bears need is someone that is like a Dan Campbell, who is no nonsense, really knows the game of football, knows how to run an organization. But I think what you need more is a very sound GM. Like we have Brad Holmes that went out and found Ben Johnson for us, went out and found Aaron Glenn and everything. And you hopefully will have owners that, since they were gutsy enough to fire Eberflus during the season, going out and finding you a sound GM that will look at who is the right person. You need a gritty, really offensive-minded coach and someone that works well with quarterbacks. And I think that's maybe why they thought of Belichick, because he and Tom worked so well together. Right. And we're a very well-oiled symphony at New England when they won the 6 Super Bowls together. So I really do think that that's why they're probably maybe looking at Bill, because of what he and Tom did. Yeah. But he was also the GM in New England, which didn't work well together, especially at the end there. So as much as I don't want you to take Ben, or I don't want you to take Aaron, both of those coaches would be very good for you, but more Ben than Aaron, because of the offensive mind and the wizard that he is. But I like Ben's thing about Cliff Kingsbury. Look at how quickly he's turned around the Commanders' offense. It's just been like the light switch went off and the darkness around Washington has been light shining and things are looking good. So
I agree.
I can't think of any other offensive but I can't think of any other like coaches or offensive coordinators out there. Vrabel, I know, has been working in college right now or with another pro team. I think it's college, but he would be good. But I think you need more like a Cliff Kingsbury, a Ben Johnson, and young, youthful, energetic, and someone that can relate more with Caleb Williams,
I
because
can
he
see.
needs a coach that can relate with him.
Yeah.
And if you don't get a coach that can relate with him and work with him, Caleb does have a drama side to him. I've
Right.
seen it in
You
college.
guys have said that, yeah.
You don't want the drama side to come out. So to keep him even keeled and balanced,
Yeah.
you need a really good coach, and that would either be Cliff or Ben, I would say.
Okay.
Would
I
your
like
best
that.
bet.
Oh.
I like
Hey,
that. I like that, Kate.
Kate. I like that.
I like that a lot. I do. It would make them, very, contenders because they got a
Yes.
squad. And they're in a bad position to have right now with the squad that they have.
They're
It's not a bad job to get.
no.
Nicole,
Well,
what
I
do you
can't think of anybody else.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Bill Belichick coming back for that job. Is he going to get hired again?
I think I was dead serious last year when I told him that the only lineup he should be in is the couch lineup. He's a great couch analyst, and he could be with his podcast and be on the couch with that, and he could be a couch coach.
I love when Nicole gets spicy.
Love it,
It's
Nicole.
great.
I care about you, Delilah, and I care about the Bears. When I visit
Aw.
Chicago, maybe sometime, I want to go to a place that has good vibes.
Oh my God.
I don't
Come to
know.
a Bears game. You're a good luck charm. I will be like, yes, let's go.
This
He is a good luck charm. I
Kingsbury,
want in Dallas first.
I think, could go quite well. Bears like berries. Kingsbury, kind of sounds like that. It'll fit.
Go.
That's all.
You know what?
Could be good.
I love it. That's so good.
I feel it. If you need her, we told you. If she comes
Nicole,
to your
I
table,
adore you.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win.
Right? I'll come over there.
All right, last one, really quick. I want to discuss the fact that Brock Purdy, they're talking about he's going to get some money. We've already seen what it kind of looks like with Brock Purdy without the superstars, and it doesn't quite look great. With the market going as Dak Prescott got 60 million, I know Tua and them got 55 million. So, yes. Good job. Good. Her eyes got wide. She didn't realize people could hear her. Yes. I honestly think that I don't know if I would invest 55 million and 60 million because at that point, you see the squad that San Francisco has. They got some heavy hitter cast. They got Kittle they got to pay. They got Ayuk who just got a little bit, got some money, but you got Debo Samuels. You got Christian McCaffrey. You got Trent Williams. You got a freaking all-star squad that if you're going to try to keep it together, you clearly see what it looks like with them not keeping it together, and it's just got to rely on him. Is he a $55-60 million quarterback? And you do have time. Now, this is year 3. He's on his rookie year, so he's not necessarily have to get paid.
Not yet,
but
right.
as you know from Dak Prescott, waiting longer could cost you more. So, do you think that he's deserving of a $55-60 million contract from San Francisco, knowing that that's not usually their MO? They do not like to pay quarterbacks because that's where they can keep an all-star squad and have a good quarterback that can get it done with a young guy. Kate, what do you think?
I don't think that he is that kind of quarterback. I don't think he is. He shows flashes of where he can run and get them out of jams and things like that, but he's more of a game manager than anything because of the weapons he has in Ayuk, Kittle, McCaffrey. And so I just right now think he's maybe a $27 million quarterback or a $30 million quarterback, but I don't think he's the top tier quarterback like 60 million. I know they made it to the Super Bowl and I know they made it that far, but I think that was more because of the weapons they had around them.
Don't do that.
I mean, you also have on the defensive side, you have like you have Bosa that you have to worry about with money and many other.
It's a lot of money on that squad. If you look,
there is a lot, and I just they've been very injured riddled this year, so you can't put all the blame on Brock for how they've been, because that team, like right now, McCaffrey's back on IR, and so I don't think I think he's more like 30, 35 at the top.
Okay.
But I don't think he's a $60 million quarterback or a $55 million quarterback, because I see him more managing the game than dominating the game.
Okay, I understand that. All right. I'm sticking around that range too, if I can get my little point out the way. I just do not think with what they have, I don't know what I'd be willing to get rid of. I mean, think about it. Are you willing to get rid of Kittle? Are you willing to get rid of McCaffrey? Are you willing to give up, Debo? I'm not willing to give up, you know what I'm saying? You may have to. I mean, you saw what Miami had to do, get rid of Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs had to get rid of Tyreek Hill in order to make it work. You may have to, but I just don't know. In order to make that work, like Tyreek Hill, getting rid of him, yes, it's sad, but you have a Patrick Mahomes. He can save the day with whoever's in it. Clearly, we saw it last year. Not a lot of known high pick names or whatever, but can he do that, Delilah?
No, I agree with Kate. Listen, I don't want people to come for me for the Brock Purdy thing. But San Francisco's MO over the last, I don't know how many seasons, works. It works. They figured it out. You get a good quarterback, right? You don't need a tier 1. You get a good quarterback, solid, someone you can manage, you know what I mean? Who gets along with the players. You don't have to pay him a lot of money, and you build around him. And I don't think they should change that, because they have proven that works. And so what's happening with San Francisco is that all of the offensive weapons, they're getting old and they're getting broken down. And it's just how, CMC is out again. And that's it. Like, he ain't going to be back this season, And so they need to spend their money on bringing those pieces to replace CMC, to, maybe Debo might be out. They have to replace that aging core with talent again. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think that they should give him all that money and instead do what they're known to do, which is pick those offensive pieces, build up their defense again, and I think that's where they should spend their money, because they've proven that works for San Francisco. And as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So I think they should continue what they've been doing.
I agree. Nicole, you want to let us know what you think about Brock?
I think pay the man the money. I think he's doing pretty good. There are a lot of times with how I was just saying with Bo Nix, he was the 13th pick, and I'm just looking, this is just news, just in, that I'm learning that Brock Purdy was named Mr. Irrelevant in 2022, and he was the last final pick. Yeah. So, from my understanding, if Tom Brady equals 7 rings, Brock Purdy equal X amount of rings. Maybe, possibly. I think if we get him for a good price and reward him, I think there's some things that could be going good with San Francisco. Where's my disco? As some would say. But I don't know. I think it could be a good deal, and I think that he could just ride with it. He came from a long way, and he's doing real good. Good, better than maybe some Dallas quarterback. I don't know.
Yeah. I understand. And look, she said pay that man. She said pay it, make it rain on him. That's what I'm talking about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning into that drama. We love when you guys tune in and talk to us and write about it, because you already know the drama is fun in the NFL. But we got to move on to our next segment. What do we got next?
So there's a lot of talk, but the breakdown is, those are my top 5. It matches up with CBS, not in the right order. But there we have it, ladies. There's my early front runner. MVP the NFL based on the numbers. What do you think?
I don't know about you, but I look forward to the breakdown with Kate. What we got?
This week, if Delilah, you just want to run my picture the whole time during my segment, you can. It's fine with me. But we're going to talk about the NFL playoff picture as of week 13. Because right now we have 5-6 games left of the season. So we're almost done. We're getting to playoffs, baby. It's getting there. The nitty gritty's getting there. And so as of right now in the AFC, you have the Chiefs that are at the top with an 11-1 record. And they're leading the AFC pretty handedly. They've had a very good season so far. So they get to like sit back and watch what the wild card does. But right now, they still need to play the Chargers, the Browns, the Texans, the Steelers, and the Broncos, who are all doing very, very well and are in the playoff hunt as well, as you can see. So they've kind of got a semi-hardish road the rest of the season. We will see what happens with the Kansas City Chiefs the rest of the way. We'll see how well the refs help them out the rest of the way, in my opinion. But they kind of have a hard look at the rest of the way. But the Broncos right now are at 7, would take on the number 2 Buffalo Bills. That is one of the first predicted wild card games, which that would be pretty interesting. Watching your massive, almost going to be married piece of magic, and watching the young Bo Nix, as we just talked about, as a contender for Rookie of the Year, go against each other. And like right now, the Broncos have a semi-hardish, challenging rest of their season. They still need to play the Colts, the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Chiefs. So they kind of have a rough road ahead of them. The Colts being probably their easiest win right now. So that'll be interesting where they end up, knowing that's the remaining schedule that they have. The Bills, by far, out of all the teams in contention for the playoffs, have the easiest route to the playoffs, except for maybe their game on December 15th versus the Lions. Because they have the Rams, the Lions, the Patriots, the Jets, and the Patriots. So they still have to do their home and away game against the Patriots, but they have a really easy road for the rest of the season. So barring anything happening with the Chiefs, I see the Bills having no problem holding on to that number 2 spot in the AFC unless something happens with the Chiefs. But we'll see what happens there. So looking at the next game that is already predicted, you have the Steelers versus the Ravens. What a battle of the AFC North right there, playing each other. That is a dynamite rivalry. The Steelers have already beat them once this year. So that'll be interesting to watch to see what happens with Lamar versus Russell. So right now, the Ravens would still need to play the Giants, the Steelers, the Texans, and the Browns. So not too bad. I mean, fairly easy route, but not as easy as the Bills. The Steelers and the Texans are right now still looking to be in the playoffs. So we will see where they end up. But Lamar needs to really play a lot tougher and stronger. Harbaugh needs to come together with a better game plan. But anyway, because they're at a 6 seed, and that's not usual for the Ravens. They're a little more up there. But you have the Steelers that still need to play the Browns, the Eagles, the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bengals. So they have a semi-hardish rest of the way to get to the playoffs right now as well. I see hard games being the Eagles. The Eagles are going full force right now in the NFC East. The Ravens are in playoff contention. You got the Chiefs that are at the top of the AFC, and the Bengals that are struggling, but can also be a heartbreaker as well. And then you move on to the hunt of the Chargers versus the Texans. You have another Harbaugh that took a very minimal, wasn't playing well Chargers team now with a 5th seed in playoff contention. And they have a somewhat challenging rest of the season as well, with needing to play the Chiefs, the Buccaneers, the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Raiders. So the Chiefs and probably being in the Broncos being their most challenging. The Buccaneers can be a spoiler at any moment. And then they have the Patriots and the Raiders. So we'll see how the Chargers do. But I mean, you had Justin Herbert struggling to make the playoffs and do well in the playoffs, and now he's looking to go to the playoffs. And what a perfect coach for him to have in Jim Harbaugh to get them to be where they're at today. Did I have any doubts as a Michigan fan? No. Then you have the Texans that still need to play the Dolphins, Chiefs, Ravens, and Titans. So the Ravens, Chiefs, and Dolphins all being challenging games that could shake up the playoff contentions right now. So we'll see what happens down in Houston with them. Hopefully they won't have a problem and make it, because CJ Stroud's been doing a great job leading that team with Nico Collins and Stephon Diggs and all of their defense with Will Anderson Jr. So they've had a really good run so far. And in the hunt, on the outside looking in right now, you have the Colts, the Dolphins, and the Bengals. So even though the Bengals are struggling, the Dolphins didn't win up in Green Bay. And you have the whole quarterback debacle in Indianapolis of who's going to play. It's going to be Richardson. Is it going to be Flacco? Who is it going to be? So anyway, that is your AFC picture. I will hurriedly go through the NFC picture to keep the show on the road. You have my Detroit Lions at the top of the NFC at 11-1. They still need to play. They're playing the Packers tonight right now. Not the game I was expecting, but it is what it is. They still need to play the Packers tonight, the Bills, the Bears, the 49ers, and the Vikings. They definitely have a hard road the rest of the season with that schedule, and especially with how many nagging injuries we have and how many players are out right now on IR. So who knows what that's going to look like. And then you go into an NFC East showdown with the Commanders versus the Eagles, which that could be amazing to watch if the season were to end now. Because right now the Eagles are on a tear in the NFC East. They're 10-2 right now. They started that season kind of shaky. We didn't know where it was going to go. Hurts had just lost his star center and Jason Kelsey, and the primary piece of that tush push. So you have all of these changes for the Eagles, and right now they have a decent road to the end of the season. They only have to play the Steelers, the Panthers, the Commanders, your Cowboys, and the Giants. So not terribly hard, not terribly challenging. So it could be a very good competition for the Lions if the Lions don't finish strong to take over that top spot in the NFC. So you have two teams, both in the AFC and the NFC, looking to unseed the top seed.
Mm-hmm.
It's been pretty fun to watch. And then you have Sean's Commanders. Woo! From nothing to something. Let's go. And they still need to play, but they have kind of a hardish look at it. They still have to play the Saints, the Eagles, the Falcons, and the Cowboys. And the Eagles and the Falcons both being in the playoff hunt.
Right.
Your Cowboys can do anything with Mr. CMU, Mr. Rush, any day. You never know what's going to happen. Nicole Saints could come in and go, slow your roll, like the Saints are marching in. So anyway, so that's that wild card look right now. And then you go to the Packers versus the Seahawks. You still have the Seahawks out there with Mr. Geno Smith and Mr. Kenny Walker from MSU still stirring it up in the NFC West. I mean, and you have the Packers that are still playing very well this year. That NFC North has been very competitive.
Yep.
They have the Lions game tonight. They have to play the Seahawks. They still have to play the Saints. They play the Vikings and the Bears. So that's the remaining schedule for them. So it's kind of hardish when you think that the Seahawks, the Vikings are in the playoff hunt right now. And then you have the Seahawks who still have to play the Cardinals, the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Rams. So not super hard, but not super easy either. So they have a decent rest of the way. And then you have the Vikings versus the Anthony's Falcons in the playoff hunt. Anthony, Mr. Kirk Cousins, pretty boy. And then you have the Vikings with Sam Darnold, who's been amazing. We didn't think this was going to happen since J.J. McCarthy went down early in the season. But the Vikings have to play the Bears, the Seahawks, the Packers, and the Lions. All teams in the playoff hunt right now. They have a very hard road to keep that record where it's at and keep the playoff vibes alive in Green Bay, in Minnesota. And then you have Anthony's Falcons, who only have to play the Vikings, Raiders, Giants, Commanders, and Panthers. He's got a not too
Favorable
hard
schedule.
favorable. So Anthony, go Falcons. And so there is your NFC playoff wild card look right now within the hunt, being the Buccaneers, Cardinals, Rams, and 49ers. Look on the outside, looking in. So there is the breakdown of the early Week 13 playoff predictions with 5 to 6 games per team left based on their bye weeks. So let's keep watching, keep our eyes open, our ears tuned in to see which teams that I've mentioned could drop off, which teams on the hunt could get in, and where things end up. Will the AFC end with the Chiefs at the top? Will the NFC end with the Lions at the top? So, ladies and gentlemen, there is the breakdown.
Let's go. What a way to break it down. As she said, you never know where it's going to go next week. It could switch, it could flip, things could happen. So stay tuned for our girl Kate's breakdown. All right, we got to move on to our next segment. Love this segment right here. Delilah, what do we got?
Our brand new segment, which is super fun. I can't wait for you to fire these questions at us.
We got a yes or no rapid fire. This is our time that we get to ask questions. It's a yes or no. We want you guys to chime in with us. We got the yes or no rapid fire questions. Love these questions right here. So, ladies, we got to go ahead and do it. All right. First, we have our brother Sean said, QB1, should Aziz Al-Zaire have been suspended for 3 days? Uh-oh. Come on, what we got? 1, 2.
I'm going to say no.
All right, since you're on no, why you say no?
Because Tom Brady said no.
Oh, that was aggressive. It is a hard situation, ladies.
He said no. He said it was a bit much, that he doesn't believe it was malicious. I'm just following Kate's favorite quarterback, now turned analyst. He said that he has seen malicious hits, and he didn't think that it was what Aziz actually intended. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't a late hit and shouldn't have been penalized or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I also don't think it was like egregious And so I'm not saying he should not have been suspended, but I don't think the 3 games were necessary.
All right, well, we hit straight from there. Should players with head injuries sit out longer than standard protocol? 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
There we go. We got the
We all said
yes.
yes.
We all agree with that. I mean, that's self-explanatory. We care about safety. Should they stop all post-game celebrations in college and the NFL given by the fights lately? 1, 2, 3. Gotta see a celebration. I don't care. Gotta see it. Gotta see it. All right, Kate, what is your question?
My question is, should the Bengals fire Zach Taylor as their head coach based on the fact that they are doing the players are doing well, but the coaching is not?
Oh,
Yes. All right,
My Joey B deserves better.
we all agree with that one. Delilah, what's your question?
Mine is, the top 3 NFC North teams that are right now, as Kate said, that is happening to be my question. They are slated to go to the playoffs, but all 3 make playoffs as predicted and projected.
yes.
Too good. Entirely too good. It's making me mad this year. I don't understand what's happening. But we got to move on to my question. Should Sam Darnold keep that official QB #1 for next year, or go back to JJ, or now they got Danny Dimes? What are the Vikings doing?
Split! Split.
Oh, man. It looks like they want to JJ or some Danny Dimes to start cooking. Sam, your job may be on the line. Nicole, what is your rapid fire question?
Mine is, will the Super Bowl in New Orleans, or New Orleans, as I found out, New Orleans, include KC on the sidelines, in the field? What you think?
No, I don't want them to. I don't want it.
I don't want them to, but they will.
Hey, but you never know. I'm a little sneaky.
Wait, were we split? I said no.
Yeah, we're split.
Okay.
No, yes. We don't know. But hey, guys, we're glad you guys are commenting. Let us know what you think about those rapid fire questions. But we got to move on to our next segment. What do we got next?
Yes, that's right. Who's got game? She's got game. Who's got game? She's got game. That's right. That's what I'm going to name this whole entire segment, because here at the Ladies Takeover, we do talk about football.
Let's go. She's got game. Come on, what we got?
Yes. So this week, I would like to take the spotlight into the future and what's going to happen in 2028. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. The Olympics are going to hit harder than ever before with football. Why? Because they're going to be debuting flag football, internationally competitive on a worldwide nation level. So I would like to take our attention to the wonderful woman behind it all is Stephanie Kwok. So she is the vice president, head of flag football, and she's taken on the initiative. And I got a video, a little bit. I'm going to share just a little bit of it to let you guys know and introduce her to you guys. So here we go.
Football is for all. I'm Stephanie Kwok, and flag football is for all. I am VP and head of flag football at the NFL. I'm passionate about flag football. So personally, I've played in the New York City area in adult rec leagues for the last 10 years. I ran a tournament company with friends, and so excited to be here at the NFL to be increasing opportunities for people to play flag football, both domestically and internationally. So looking at opportunities for both boys and girls to play the sport that I am so passionate about. As head of flag football, I am responsible for working across the league, for working across our 32 clubs, and working across the entire football ecosystem to figure out how to continue to grow the game. That means domestically thinking about how can we increase opportunities for youth to play at the grassroots level. So making sure that there are local leagues that kids can play in. It also means supporting the 32 clubs that have been doing amazing work with trying to get girls flag sanctioned as a high school sport. And then also supporting all of the colleges that are interested in flag becoming a college sanctioned sport, potentially an NCAA sanctioned sport. And then on the international front as well, it's working across our international offices to figure out how can we make flag football more accessible to kids in other countries as well?
Yes, yes. So there you have it. Her name is Stephanie Kwok, and she is taking over in that direction. As you guys have heard, even from last year, the footwork doesn't start in 2028, okay, when they have it. It starts all the way back 5 years. Because want to know why? Because last year we were talking about the flag football, and it was because all of those initiatives. And who got that commercial, that Super Bowl commercial that first started it all? Was her behind it all. So she's definitely got game. She has a little bit of an interview that I would like to say, and in other words, that her role entails leading all of the league's efforts to grow the flag football, both in U.S. and globally. So it's everything from growing youth participation, from getting more opportunities for girls and boys to play football. And she said, and she mentioned it, sanctioned sports. Sanctioned sports, as I'm sure Delilah, like as a teacher, you know, with the schooling and stuff and kids, is that means that they get funding, that there's a place and opportunity. Not outside of, okay, I have to take my kid all the way over to the north side to go and play in this club sport that is twice the amount of money. It gives everyone an opportunity that is funded for the schools, that everyone could get a chance to grow the sport, because when 2028 hits, it's going to look great.
Let's go.
I'm just excited that she's behind the wheel, and with her behind the wheel, it's going to be an awesome summer. So that's what I like to say. She's got game. What do you guys think? Let me know.
Let's go. I freaking love it. I freaking love it. That was awesome. Flag football is coming for you. You guys better know it. Like she said, in the future, we'll be looking at this like, man, we were talking about it and now it's here. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we gotta
I love it.
I do too. I think it's
I love it
especially for kids, because there's initiatives putting out there. They do want to stop tackle football up to a certain age, and I actually agree with that. Based on what's coming out, we know what it does to the brain and the body, and I actually do agree with that. And flag football, they're showing that flag football is as exciting, is as fun, and I do believe this is a good alternative for every kid to play. Up to like when the doctors say it's kind of okay, not perfect, but when they're saying, okay, you can get your brain knocked around a little bit. So I thank you for bringing this, Nicole, but I do see this as a teacher or former, educator. I do feel that this is a good alternative to tackle football for young kids. I actually agree that it's not good for them, guys. I'm sorry. I know.
I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. But it also, those moms that don't want their kids to play real football,
exactly,
or the actual football,
right,
tackle football, they can
give them that option
and still be able to go places with it. I mean, if they're college level, all this stuff, man, I'm ready. I am ready for all of it, all the flag football love, man. I'm excited about it. All right, we got to move on to our next segment. One of our favorites. What do we got?
Beyond the game. All right. Inspiring football stories. All right. Last week I brought you, the mama out there doing practice drills with her son and her work clothes. And she did a good job because she was really out there. Like this time, and I think some of you have heard of this, is when the moms show up to the different high schools and they tackle their sons. And I think it's fantastic.
I freaking love it. Literally one of my favorite segments because it always makes us have a smile on our face. She finds the best stuff. Delanda, what do we got?
I'm going to start with the short video and then I'll go into it.
Cool.
ABC Columbia and MUSC Health have partnered to present Midlands Cares, the authority for health resources, including behavioral, physical, and cardiovascular health. Watch our segments every month right here on ABC Columbia or catch them anytime at abccolumbia.com.
Got to do some Christmas shopping with the Gamecocks today. The event was held with Family Promise at the Walmart on Forest Drive. A total of 18 families were paired with each football player as they shopped till they dropped. Haven't heard that saying in a while. We spoke with Executive Director James Armstrong on what the event means for families on tight times this holiday season.
How often is it that we get to go on shopping sprees? And no, it never happened for me. So I think seeing that in them and that joy and the seeds that have been planted today, I know the potential that the children that we're serving have and the parents that we're serving have. So to see that for them to start believing in themselves, you can see it, and the trust that's being built, honestly, is going to catapult them into a new level of stability.
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are the Gamecocks, they listed it as USC, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't confused with the other USC. So I made sure,
Right.
I'm like, let me start off with the video because we're talking about the Gamecocks.
Yeah.
So the University of South Carolina football players, they spread holiday cheer in a heartwarming Shop with the Jocks event. It's called Shop with the Jocks, which I love. And so this happened actually a couple days ago. This was on Tuesday. And so it's about how this is a tradition that they've done for the last few years. It's their 9th year doing this. And again, it's called Shop with the Jocks. The University of South Carolina football players are paired, like they said, with families in need through the Family Promise of the Midlands and the DeMarco Family Foundations. Each family receives a $400 gift card to Walmart. They don't tell the families what they need to choose, which I appreciate. They just give them the $400 and they go ahead, spend it on what you want, pick whatever you want in the store, complete that whole $400 mission. And then the players, they trade in their cleats for their shopping carts, right? You saw them out there, right?
I love it.
Yeah, and so they're out there with the shopping carts, excited. They're paired with those families. You can see they go around and the kids get to dump in, the families get to dump in all the stuff that they want into that shopping cart. And so I just thought it was beautiful, right? It's the holidays. It's all about, it's not about the shopping. Remember, it's about the connection. It's about spreading hope. It's about making the holidays a little brighter for families facing a rough time. And so I thought it was wonderful of these jocks, these big, again, I love seeing these big guys out there doing sweet stuff, It just warms the heart, and I love that they're giving back, and I just want to give them a shout-out. So congratulations to the Gamecocks of doing this for a 9th year in a row and bringing some holiday cheer to families in need. I think it's beautiful. That's what this is about.
I love that.
I love it. I'm telling you, that segment every week makes me want to cry because it's just beautiful people out there doing great things, and I'm just so happy about it. All right, man, got to move on from that segment, but we got one more special thing that we do on this show. What do we got?
But you need to not give up and just try your best to persevere through whatever you want to reach, right? Whatever goal, whether it's short goal, long goal, whatever, just perseverance is key, and I know it's hard.
Our producer got me laughing because he said, always, everyone keeps the tissues close by when she does her segment, because I'm always tearing up because of that beautiful segment Delilah does. But we got to end it with the ladies have the final say. And I want to make sure that I just keep it short and sweet. But my main mission for this month, it is such a stressful time. Yes, it is a happy, jolly time. That it's supposed to be, but it is a stressful time for parents or single parents or people in general. You know, it is a stressful time because the world will make you think that this season right now is all about, you know, what you can, you know, show off and what you can buy with the biggest toy, the biggest anything. And I just want to let you guys know that for me, this season is about giving. I wanted to make sure you guys knew that I'm doing a Christmas drive with my church on Christmas morning. We're going out, we're feeding the homeless. We're going to go out and give clothes and everything. And that's what I really want the season to be about. I want Quinn, my daughter, to grow up realizing that before we open up our gifts, we should be able to give to people, go out there, try to help somebody out there that may not be as fortunate. And I really want the world to remember, it's not about the gifts. It's not about the money that you're going to spend. It's not about how fancy something is. It really is about a time of being with your family, you know, remembering loved ones that are not here right now. You know, this is a hard time for people. So as you're, you know, excited about this season, make sure people know the real reason for the season. Love. It's just really a good time to just feel the warmth and the embrace of your family and friends. Cherish the things that are not bought at the store. Cherish your friends. Cherish your my Let's Talk Football family. Cherish all of the beautiful things that you have that don't even require money. Just be grateful for what you got, and everything's gonna be great this holiday season. All right, what we got, Delilah? What you got for your ladies had a final say?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet as well. Obviously, based off of what my segment, and it's, you know, it's giving back if you can. Again, if you don't have, when we say give back, it doesn't mean monetarily. And I think people always think that when you say that, it's like, oh, you got to give a donation. There's other ways to give back. Helping a friend in need, like your own friend, giving them an ear, giving them a hug, checking up on them. Because the other part of the holidays people forget is a lot of people get really depressed around this time. And so check in on your loved ones, check in on your families. That's a really easy way, no monetary way that you can give back and show people that you care, is let them know, like, hey, how's it going? How are you doing? And just check in with people, even those that are smiling, because we know that even if they're smiling, it doesn't mean that there's not something going on. And so I believe that's one really great way of giving back is,
Absolutely.
Again, without any money or any of that, because we're all hard up, is do that. Check in on people.
Yes.
Say, hey, how's it going? How are you doing? You give them a call, shoot them a text, anything like that. That is one great way to give back without it being monetary. So.
Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right, Kate, what you got for your ladies had a final say?
Just remembering that even in the storm, there is a rainbow. I've had a really rough year. I don't know if a lot of you know all my things. I've totaled now 2 cars. I've gone through knee replacement. I'm struggling with arthritis, everything. I just feel like there's this black cloud over me. But I keep resting on Jeremiah 29:11. For I know I know the plans I have for you, saith the Lord. Sorry to get religious on you, but I'm trying to remember in the storm, there's the plan and the purpose.
Yeah.
So even with your storms, remember there's a plan and a purpose. And I'm really trying to focus on that right now through the difficulties and through the black cloud that I'm trying to get pushed away from me, and figuring out, Nora's schooling, medical debt, everything else, that there's still a bright side, and there's still the plan, the purpose, the everything. So no matter what your struggles are, and no matter where you're at in life, Remember, there are people that love you. There are people that count on you. There's people that need you here, and that there are brighter days ahead. And that's what I'm leaning on right now. So, with that, I'm just gonna say there's a plan and a purpose. There's Jeremiah 29:11 through 12 for my life and where I'm at right now. So, with that, okay.
That's it. I love it. I freaking love it. You are absolutely right. There is a rainbow, not just for Kate coming, but for everybody that's feeling that way. There is a rainbow. You guys are stronger than ever, and I'm this is the time. This is the time when we say things like that and make people realize that there is a rainbow, and she is right. There is a plan for you, no matter what the situation looks like right now. It could all be turned around, and next year, at the same time, it could be a different story. So thank you for that, Kate. Nicole, finish us off with what your ladies have the final say.
It's never too late. It's never too late if you haven't said hi to a friend in a long time.
Yes.
And you think and you get that that negative energy and that thing that picks away sometimes at you, especially during this time inside of us, is us saying, well, it is too late. It's been too long. It's never too long. It's never too late to check in with an old friend. This is kind of the best time and the season for it. And just, it's never too late. It's never too late to even think of new hobbies or to go and explore, like me, how to do boat fixing. And there's no boats around me. And it's called fiberglassing, I guess. Like, it's never too late to learn new things or to reconnect with people. It's never too late. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to stick it in your head, whether you like it or not. It's never too late. Yes.
I love it. It is never freaking too late. Oh, that was a beautiful message, man. You guys, I love this show so much. They had to remind me that we went over, but it's because I love being with my ladies. It's so much fun to talk football. I know you guys can feel our energy. We enjoy being around you guys. We enjoy being around each other. So the show is amazing because of you. We thank you guys for tuning in with us. We've had some consistent people on the show the entire time showing us love. We really appreciate it. Come on, like, share, tell somebody about the show, that there's a women's football talk show that loves to talk this game of football, man. I am excited. Hey, shout out to Anthony Help. You already know. We got to say it again. This is probably like our fifth time. He's probably in the background like, my name. But we love you, man. You are awesome. Thank you for keeping us straight. Thank you for helping us out, man. It's truly a blessing to have you on behind the scenes helping us out, man. It's awesome. So make sure y'all go shout out our boy Anthony. He's holding us down. He'll be holding other shows down. I mean, this is just what he does. He is the man. All right, but we got to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks with a new update of what's going on around the NFL. Can't wait. See y'all in 2 weeks, baby.
Bye.